welcome back to my channel. Today I am shooting a video that, I've done before. However, my opinions and thoughts have totally changed as they do every couple of years. Today I'm going to be talking all about all of my tattoos and what they all mean, starting in order from ones I like the most and ending with the most tragic. Quite a few to talk about. I mean, I don't feel like I have a lot. I used to hang out with people who were so tattooed they ran out of space and shaved their head and got their head tattooed, so I've never felt like I have a lot of tattoos for that reason. But compared to somebody with no tattoos, I guess you could say I have a lot. I have 10. I don't know how many you think that is, but in my part of the world, it's the average, I guess, a little above average. The one I obviously love the most is my portrait that I have on my right thigh. It is of my best friend, Ariel. She passed away in 2009. I cannot believe that this year will make it 10 years. That's absolutely insane to me, but her face is something we always joked about getting tattooed on each other. We always joked we would get each other's faces done. So on my 18th birthday, to remember her forever, I got her tattooed on my thigh. Done by a tattoo artist named Nate Beavers. He's really well known for his portrait and photorealism work. He was awesome, amazing, all the things that I had ever heard of. It was really wonderful. It definitely looks exactly like Ariel. It looks exactly like her. I was horrified, obviously it's really scary to get a tattoo to begin with, but it's scary to get someone's face tattooed on you because what if it doesn't look like them? What if the tattoo artist is horrible? So I really did my research, as well as a friend that I had at the time had been tattooed by Nate Beavers and got a portrait done of Ariel as well. So I was like, ding, 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 you're my man. As I said, it's definitely my favorite. I love it. Her mom loves it. We all love it. It's so comforting to me in times when I'm really missing her to remember that she's still with me in a way. It's just a cool little thing to have, and I'm excited to be able to tell my children who the princess on my leg is when they grow up. I would say my second favorite tattoo is probably my side piece. I got this when I was 18 as well. I will not mention who I got this from because he did a lot of my tattoos at the time, but honestly, he was just kind of a pervert and I was really young and didn't know any better at the time, or at least that's what I'm gonna blame it on. But I just overall don't look back at the tattoos that I got from this artist or that time of my life as being a positive experience. I would just like to not share who did these, but we'll call him Bob. So Bob did my side piece for me when I was 18. I love it. It is done really well. It's lasted really well. It's got obviously brand new lyrics that read, "Let your beauty unfold." The lyrics are from a song called "The Boy Who Blocked His Own Shot." And whenever Ariel was in a coma dying, it was a song that I listened to nonstop on repeat over and over and over and over. It is just like for that time of my life, and "Let your beauty unfold" is just a lyric that meant a lot to me at the time and still means a lot to me, as does that whole song. Brand New was Ariel and I's favorite band, and we loved them. We went and saw them all the time, so that is another tattoo I got to kind of, keep her close to me and keep her on my side. As well as I'm still a big Brand New fan. I still love Brand New. I don't regret that tattoo at all because I love Brand New. They're great, they're awesome. If you've never listened to Brand New, I highly recommend Your Favorite Weapon and Deja and Tondu, best albums ever. My third favorite would probably be my hand tattoo. So most people don't know that I have a hand tattoo. Even people I know in real life have sometimes just suddenly discovered it. I guess it's just not really that obvious of a place to get a tattoo, is right on your palm, but there it is. It reads, "Hold Me." This again is another tattoo that I got to remember Ariel. I know, crazy that that girl had such an impact on my life, but she really did. I got this tattoo on the first anniversary of her death. Me and my best friend at the time, Summer, got them together. So Summer, shout out to you. We have matching palm tattoos. This tattoo actually sucks because I had to get it done twice. For those of you who don't know, the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet shed skin very rapidly, very quickly. You're always regenerating new skin in those two places. So for that reason, they're really, really difficult to tattoo. So the first time Bob tattooed my palm, as you would any other surface, he drug a line through it, no problem. Yeah, that lasted maybe like a week. Pretty much that entire tattoo fell out of the palm of my hand. It was like non-existent. There were some letters that were gone entirely. So that's when when Bob realized he needed to take a different approach and he decided to do what's called stippling, which is where you just tattoo dot by dot. This is actually how they used to tattoo back in the day before tattoo machines existed. You just go dot by dot to tattoo, but the issue with the palm is that you have to penetrate deeper than you would any other surface, so that was the only way to achieve that, is by actually stippling the ink in and going in really deep into the palm. That hurt a lot. If you look up close at my palm tattoo, you can see the top of the D is starting to come out, slash it's kind of looked like that forever. But you can kind of tell that there are little individual dots that actually make up this tattoo instead of it just being a line that was drug. I know probably 7 people in real life who have this tattoo, so it's pretty cool to me that we all got them. Can't remember if I said this or not, but Ariel had this tattooed on the palm of her hand as well. Next up is the bows on the back of my legs. I love these bows so much. I have been meaning to get them redone for years now. Bob also did these bows. They originally started out as just one bow. It was my friend's birthday and we asked her what she wanted for her birthday, and she said, I want us to all get matching tattoos. So me and my friends were like, all right, sure, it's your birthday, let's do it. Her birthday happened to fall on Friday the 13th that year, so we went and got 13 tattoos, which is why they have 13s in them. If y'all don't know what a 13 tattoo is, some tattoo shops on Friday the 13th will run $13 tattoo specials. It's $13 for whatever tattoo. They usually have a sheet, like a flash sheet, that you just pick from. But since we knew the tattoo artist, we got him to do the one that we wanted, which was bows, obviously, and they were $13. But then you tip them $7 for like lucky 7, and then like 21. I don't know, it's a whole thing. And these tattoos were actually done on 2 separate days. I ended up paying more for the second tattoo than the first one. Random, but that's how it was. You can probably tell they're a little bit off in color, so like I said, I've been meaning to have these redone for years, but I do still really love them. Am I still friends with the 2 girls that I got them with? Absolutely not. No, we are not friends. But I still love the tattoo, so I don't really care that I have matching tattoos with people that I'm not friends with anymore. Next up is what I refer to as my Care Bear tattoo. This is a tattoo that is just right on my lower hip above kind of, I guess, my butt. Where a Care Bear heart would be if I was a Care Bear. For those of you who don't know, Care Bear plushes have a little plastic heart right in this exact spot, which is why I call it my Care Bear tattoo. This tattoo was done by Jody at Voodoo Tattoo in Huntsville, Texas. It actually doesn't exist anymore, but I believe Jody still works in Huntsville, Texas at a place called FN Classy Tattoos. Jody is the one who did this tattoo originally on Ariel's ankle, and he is also the one, obviously, who did it on me. So that was really cool and important to me to have the same person do a tattoo on me who did this tattoo on her. This is the exact same color, exact same everything as Ariel had. I just copied her because I was 18 and my best friend had just died and I wanted to get tattoos to remember her. So that's what I did at the time, but I love this tattoo. I think it's just super cute. And honestly, a lot of times I forget that I have it, but when I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, my Care Bear. Next tattoo I want to talk about is a pretty obvious one, and it is my quarter sleeve, half sleeve, whatever you feel like calling this. My arm piece thing, sure, this guy right here, this one. This is what I'm gonna talk about. It's not the worst. Let me start out by saying it is not the worst tattoo. I can definitely appreciate that it is not the worst. It's not horrible. It's not god awful. I don't need to laser my whole entire arm off. I understand. However, Bob didn't try very hard on this tattoo. Bob did not do all he could have done on this tattoo. There are so many things that could have been done better, should have been done better. And honestly, I have a tattoo artist in mind who I want to rework this entire piece, and then I think I will really love it. It's not so much even that I regret this tattoo, because like I low-key do, don't tell, but I do. I feel like, you know, like it's not that I regret having a tattoo this large or having a tattoo on me like this. It's not that. It's the subject matter. I just randomly picked candy. I was like, you know, I like candy liked candy my whole life. Let's get a candy half sleeve, because at the time I was where I was at in my life, I felt like it was time for me to get like a big commitment tattoo. Hanging out with the wrong crowd, clearly, but I felt like it was time for me, and I just picked kind of the first thing I thought of, which was candy. I was like, I love candy, why not? Let's do it, it'll be rad. Now that I've actually had time to step back, reflect, and think about me, myself, and my life, and what is important to me, if I could redo anything about this tattoo, it would be the subject matter, and I would change the subject matter from candy to Texas. I wish this was a Texas half sleeve so badly. I love the Texas flag, I love armadillos, cowboy boots, Texas sunrise, blue bonnets, all those things, bluebell, like so many things could have been done with that I wish I would have done instead of candy. That is why this tattoo is a regret of mine. Not because I have it, not because it's big, not because it's done super awful, but because I don't think I thought the subject matter through at all. Because I know I didn't. I know I just picked something, which is like the worst thing you can do when you're marking your body permanently, is be like, ah, whatever, let's just go for this thing. Why not? Option C it is, and that's exactly what I did. So my bad, I did it to myself. Like I said, I do plan on having this tattoo reworked. It's probably the only tattoo on my body that I do feel like I want to like change or do something about and modify in some way. The rest of them I don't really care that much about, but this one is just so big that I feel like I would like it, like myself, so much more if I get it corrected. So like I said, I do have a tattoo artist in mind. It's just gonna be really expensive, so I've kind of been waiting to bite the bullet on that. Let's talk about this guy right here, this little heart up my sleeve. This was actually my first tattoo ever. Ariel took me to get my first tattoo in downtown Conroe at a pawn shop that got busted for selling meth months later. True story, I have a whole video talking about that. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But I got this heart because Billy Vallow's first tattoo was a heart on his sleeve, and him is one of my favorite bands of all time. We'll get to my him tattoo in a second, but this was definitely, I always knew this had to be my first tattoo because it was Billy Vallow's first tattoo, and I'm just a fangirl like that. I have had this tattoo redone 3 times now, so if it looks a little cut and paste, that's why. It didn't even have red in it originally, it was just a black outline, just how Billy Vallow's was. But yeah, this is my heart tattoo. I like it a lot because it was my first. I don't regret it, I like it, I would keep it for sure. I think it's super cute. It's really not that offensive, it's just a heart, right? Everyone has a heart or a star somewhere on them, am I right? Jumping over to my next arm, this is my ring pop tattoo, and this was just a spur of the moment. I was at the tattoo shop on Friday the 13th, and Bob was like, hey, let me do a 13 tattoo on you, and I'm like, sure, why not? This was before I had any of this done, by the way, but I got this ring pop tattoo, and as I was getting this tattoo, we were like, wouldn't it be so cool if I had like a big ring pop right here? Like, that'd be so cool. And we were like, yeah, we should totally do that. Maybe we were on drugs when this happened, but it all happened. As you can see, this is not a well done tattoo. It's got a lot of blowouts, it's got a lot of issues, and that's why I regret this tattoo, is he definitely just rushed through this one 5,000%. I knew he was stressed out that day. I knew there was like too much going on for him to handle, and I still let him tattoo me, which I really regret because I don't like this tattoo at all. It's just not well done, and there are so many blowouts that I truly feel like it can't even be saved, so just don't love that at all. The last two are probably the only 2 that I like low-key regret. I low-key regret one, I totally regret the other one. The one I low-key regret is my him tattoo. This is a tattoo I got when I was 15 as well. I know, I was a bad kid, but I got this when I was 15 at the same place where I got this wrist tattoo, and as you can see, it's just like not that good a quality. It's just not well done. Maybe because the guy who did it was on meth. Maybe because I drew this in my journal and then brought it to the tattoo shop being like, here, take my 15-year-old drawing and tattoo it on me forever. Oh, to be young again. But again, this is a tattoo that I copied from the lead singer of him, Billy Vallow. He has a very similar tattoo done on him, much bigger. Thank God I didn't get that version of it. I still really love him as a band, but this tattoo, let's be real, is really awful. played around with the idea of getting it lasered before, but it's in such a sensitive area that I just really can't imagine going through that much pain for something that I don't actually hate. So I'll probably always have it for the rest of my life, even though it is kind of shitty. Well, it's totally shitty. But in a weird way, I do really like this tattoo now because it's hard for me to explain it. I'm sure I've said it somewhere on my channel before, but this tattoo like reaffirmed my faith for Adam being the one for me on our second date. It was a sign from God. That's the really short version of that story. It's hard for me to explain, but I prayed a lot, and for that reason, now this tattoo means more to me than ever. The last tattoo is definitely the one that I regret the most, just because it really almost has no meaning to me at all now, and it is definitely the worst done of all my tattoos. This was done by one of my friends' boyfriends in the upstairs room in Ariel's house right before we went to a concert, so it was just hot mess express to be 15 again, eh? It used to say, long ago, this tattoo used to say revenge. I have grown quite a bit since then, and my body has changed, as well as this tattoo sucked to begin with. It is unreadable now. It's illegible. It looks like garbage. Half of the ink fell out because I picked the scabs on all this tattoo because there was so many scabs because he was going in too deep in XYZ. Just a lot of problems with this one, as well as some spots he did go in so deep that that ink is so deep down in my ankle that I feel like if I ever decide to get it lasered, I do think it'll take a lot of sessions because of how deep down, like I said, some of that black ink, some of it is so black, so far down there. I'm just kind of afraid of that life. So again, I'll probably have it forever because I don't like it and I regret it, but I don't hate it. Like, it doesn't make me dislike myself. It's not embarrassing. It's not something super awkward. So it's not something that I hate so much that I feel like I just cannot live with it. I don't like it, but it's not something that's really killing me. So if you didn't get anything else out of this video, please take it from me. Think your tattoos through. Think about them long and hard. Think about the kind of attention that you're going to attract. I get a lot of attention from a lot of men that I do not ask for because of my tattoos. If I could go back in time, that's definitely probably something I would tell myself, because I'm not always trying to get hit on when I go out in public because I have tattoos and people think I'm some weird kinky bitch, you know? It's just like, it's not my vibe. Think about that. Definitely think about the subject matter of what you're getting, what it's gonna mean to you later down the road. Like I said, there's some tattoos that I have in love, like Ariel's face or the bows on the back of my leg or my side piece. There are some that I just genuinely love and love having, but then there's some that just mean nothing to me. And then that makes me feel really awkward anytime people have come up to me and been like, oh my God, I love your tattoo. I'm like, thanks, it means nothing to me. Just think things out. That's all I gotta say. Think about it. Think about it long and hard. Think about it for like a year. Like, think about it for a long time, okay? No names. No names ever. Never a name. No names, no band names, no names at all. Just nonames.com, ever.com. No names. And if you find a tattoo artist who will tattoo a name on you, don't go to them, because most tattoo artists who are good would not tattoo a name on you. So no, just all around, no, don't do it, no. That is gonna be it for this video, you guys. My husband's waiting to take me out to dinner and my camera will not stop overheating. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my channel. I put out new videos every single Wednesday and I would love to have you back here. Thank you so much for watching. Have any questions, comments, anything at all, leave it down below. I will get back to you as soon as I see them. Thanks again for being here. I'm sweating my butt off. I love y'all all so much and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.